Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Sally Pinto and I'm from the Yonkers Newark neighborhood naturally occurring retirement community. We launched back in January of 2020 and we're here to serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We have lots of fun programs and activities, and we also have a lot of resources for you as well. Our programs include meditation chair yoga, body mind fitness, bingo, and any other programs that you might be interested, like arts and gardening. We have our resource specialist, Alexa Smith, who can help you with finding services and activities out there for you, as well as our nurse, Barbara Simone, who can help answer your health-related questions. We're here for you, we're here for our community, and we look forward to seeing you in our programs. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexa Smith, the resource specialist with the Yonkers Newark. I'm here to help with application assistance, referrals for home delivered meals, and transportation services will be coming soon. We also offer Zoom activities and Zoom programs. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I'm here to help. Thank you so much and enjoy the program.
Welcome. I'm Barbara Simone, registered nurse. I recently retired from Westchester County's Health Department as a public health nurse. I am now here to try to assist you with any medical or preventive care issues. Enjoy this program, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
So much. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for having me on this Friday morning. As you heard from Sally, I'm subbing for Nancy. And subbing as a class is different because you guys are used to another teacher, and here I show up. And if you want to, you can use this as an opportunity to notice how you feel about that. It's a change that you didn't ask for. Maybe you're disappointed, maybe you're upset, maybe you don't really care, maybe you're happy. So one of the things we work on in yoga is to just notice what's going on. Notice without observing, without judging. It's all feelings, all emotions are okay. Also, to me, it's very valuable to be part of a team. Sometimes I need a sub, and sometimes I'm absolutely willing and happy and excited about subbing for others, because we can't always be there all the time. We need each other. So with that, we're gonna start the practice. So of course it's going to be different than what you are used to. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, and that's okay. Also, you don't have to do what I do. I'm simply suggesting ways to move. You can choose to move the way I do, or pick something completely different, or maybe you just want to watch. That's okay too. So we're starting by taking our seat. And taking your seat, to me, that is the most important part of practicing. It's like signing up. I'm going to try this. I don't have to be good at it. I don't have to be bad at it. I don't have to like it, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a try. So I'm willing to take my seat. So taking your seat, coming to practice, showing up. And then starting with bringing your awareness to your feet, just moving your toes and your heels, reminding yourself of the connection to earth. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Maybe if you wanted to, you could bring awareness to your breathing and notice what kind of breathing you are using today. Is it short? Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it long? What kind of breathing? Just observe, don't judge. And then if you wanted to, you could let your feet rest and maybe bring your awareness up to the crown of your head. And then notice or remind yourself of your connection to the universe or something bigger than you, whatever you call that, maybe God, maybe the universe, maybe a higher power, something that is bigger than you. Maybe your team here at the library, maybe that is your group or that idea of something that's bigger than you. And then if you want to, you could bring your awareness to solar plexus. So the area just lower or beyond, just lower by your ribs. And breathing into solar plexus. Your individual power resides there. And maybe if you wanted to, you could just imagine what would it look like if the earth and the universe and you aligned. If the power from the earth, the power from the universe, and the power from you, if they work together as a team, what would that look like? Okay, let's start moving a little bit more. So getting the arms ready. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. And then slightly different. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, one arm down and the other one stays up. Just to open up that side of the body. Maybe using your breath and find the tight spots and breathe into the tight spots. How can you use your breath to open up your body? And then when you're ready, if you're ready, inhale your arms back up and then exhale to the other side. Noticing how it feels on that other side of your body. Are there any tight spots? Can you find them? Can you breathe into them? Inhale back up. And this time, exhale and gently twist to the side and then just stay there. Can you still feel the connection to the earth, to your feet? What about the connection from the crown of your head to the universe? And then bringing your awareness back to your solar plexus and your individual power. How would you like to use that individual power? And then getting ready to inhale, arms back up. And then exhale and twist to the other way. And just stay there. Once again, notice how you feel. What kind of breathing are you using? And then inhale, arms back up. And exhale back to neutral. Okay, maybe placing the hands on your knees and then starting the cat-cow movement. So warming up the spine in a different way. Exhale when you round, inhale into a slight back bend. You can move slowly, you can move fast, you can try different ways of moving. Maybe you want to stay in one position for a moment and then stay in the other. And then coming back to neutral again, checking in with your feet, reminding yourself of the connection to the earth, connection to the universe from through the crown chakra, and then your individual power in the solar plexus. Now, if you wanted to, you could shift your awareness to your sitting bones. Maybe shifting the weight from one side to the other. Notice how one sitting bone kind of leaves the chair and the other is kind of sinking into the chair a little bit more. Just shifting the weight from side to side. You could keep on doing this, or if you wanted to, you could start making circles. Maybe go in one direction, maybe try the other direction, or maybe find a completely different way of moving, maybe making eights or any other way that you would like to try. Once again, we don't have to be good at it. We don't have to be bad at it either. Like with a curious mind, just exploring movement and notice what happens in me. How do I feel when I move this way? Is it helpful? Is it not so helpful? And then eventually coming back to neutral. Now, you can move your feet to Tadasana feet, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. So if we were standing up, that would be Tadasana or mountain pose. And then lifting one knee off the floor, making big circles. Opening up that hip joint, going one direction and then the other. And then eventually finding seated pigeon. If you want to, you can use your hand and your fingers and put your fingers in between the toes to open up the toes. You can even move your foot a little bit. I like to use my elbow to gently guide that knee out a little further out. This chair is a little bit too low for me. I would have preferred a slightly higher chair, but this works. This is good enough, good enough. And then sitting up tall, tall, tall. Checking in with your breathing. Maybe folding forward. Notice how that feels. Does that change the experience in any way? You can always keep your eyes open or closed. Maybe finding any spots of tightness. How can you use your breath to open up those spots? What stories are in those spots? Maybe your breath can release some of those stories. And then eventually releasing that sliding the knees together. Now I have my right knee on top. I'm going to bring my right arm under. I'm going to give myself a hug. Notice the shoulder. So you can use your hands and notice the shoulder blades, and maybe give yourself a little bit of a massage there. And then just giving yourself a big hug, going from side to side. I love myself. Warts and all, I love myself. You can stay here, or you can release your arms up in like an eagle. That could look like this, it could look like this, or maybe all the way. And then letting those hands move away from your forehead and a little bit further up towards the ceiling. Check in with your breathing. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, let that bird fly. Let it fly all the way up into the sky. Where is it going? Where is it going? And then back to neutral and Tadasana feet. Okay, lifting the left knee, making big circles. Opening up that hip joint. And then go the other way. And eventually finding seated pigeon on the other side. If you like, you can use your fingers and place the fingers in between the toes to open up the toes. I'd like to use my elbow to gently guide that knee out. We're looking for discomfort, not pain, but a little bit of discomfort. If I want to grow as a person, I need to put myself out there. I need to move out of my comfort zone and expand my life. So we're looking for discomfort, but not pain. Pain is going to happen, most likely. But that's not what, when we practice, we're not going for pain. We're going for discomfort, something that we are able to handle. It's a process. I can't force things. Or if I force things, I'm going to break. Maybe leaning forward a little bit. Find the spot, breathe into it. Notice if there's any change or not. Every day is different. Some days we are more open than others. And what do I do with that information? What is the body telling me? And then coming back up, let the knees slide together. I have my left leg on top, so I'm going to bring the left arm under, give myself a hug. I'm going to use my hands to really feel the shoulder blades, give myself a little bit of massage. If you'd like, you could do the same, or you could do something different. And then eventually just give yourself a hug and twist from side to side. Reminding yourself how much you love yourself. Despite all the funny, strange things we do sometimes, I love myself. You love yourself. And then coming to stillness, maybe finding eagle arms or your version of eagle arms. Let the hands move away from the forehead and towards the sky. Stay there, breathing into this position or posture. What does the eagle represent to you? And when you're ready, if you're ready, let that bird fly. Let that bird fly up high, out in the world. What does it see? And then back to neutral. Let's check in with the earth, moving the feet, the heels and the toes, reminding yourself of the connection to earth. And then bringing the awareness to the crown of your head, reminding yourself of the connection to the universe. And then if you'd like, place one hand on your solar plexus or high belly, and then breathe into that hand. Notice how your belly is expanding on the inhale. And if you'd like, you can place the other hand on your back and see, can you breathe into your hand on your back? Can you use your inhale to expand the body into the hand on your back? And maybe on the inhale, you can expand your body into both hands, both the one you have on your front and the back. And even if you can't make it, everything starts with an idea. Just imagine breathing into both hands, expanding the body in two directions. If you like, you can switch arms. So you have the other hand on your belly and the opposite on your back. Trying to breathe into both hands, expanding the belly and the back. And then eventually release. And then we're going to try some standing poses using the chair. So we're going to start with high lunge. So moving to one side of the chair, bringing one foot back. I have my heel up. The hips are facing forward like in warrior one. Trying to get the pit of the belly to go in and up, in and up. My spine is tall. Maybe move the shoulders a little bit. And then opening up. So I have my left leg back. So I'm opening up the left hip flexor and the left thigh. Really trying to get those hips facing forward. Maybe bringing the arms up, maybe clasping the fingers, maybe turn them around. Or do some other kind of movement with your arms. So how would you like to move your arms in this high lunge posture? And then eventually settle down, and we're going to move from here to warrior two. So opening up the back pelvic half, placing that heel on the floor. You can use the chair and sit like this, or you can come off the chair. That's your choice. Maybe bringing the arms up, reaching away in two different directions. Maybe you like to try some movement with the arms. Building strength in the legs, opening up both pelvic halves. And then finding the chair, coming back, sitting, and then just like kicking away, kicking away, kicking away. And then we're going to try the other side. So coming to the other side of the chair, finding high lunge, the heel is off the floor, the toes are down, the hips are facing forward. I'm looking forward like in a warrior one. Looking for warrior one, assumes positions, checks everything out. Maybe bringing up the arm, maybe clasping the fingers. What do you need this morning? How do you need to move your arms? Maybe picking some apples. Fall is coming, Thanksgiving is coming next month. And then eventually moving from this position to a warrior two. So open up the pelvic half, release the heel down. Building the posture from the earth up. Checking with my feet, feeling my strong legs. And then maybe bringing the arms out. You can stay here. You can add some movement. You can try some movement and then you can decide like, I don't want to move. I want to keep this posture still. How will we know if we don't try? We are allowed to try and say, no, I don't like this. And then finding the chair, coming back to seated on the side and then kick something away, just kick something away. And then back to neutral. Okay, we're going to start moving up, but we're going to go up and down a few times just to work with the legs a little bit. So I'm really yielding my feet into the earth, using my arms, transferring my weight forward up a little bit and then back down again. So doing that a few times, forward and up and then back. Building some strength in those legs, waking them up. And then eventually when you feel ready, coming all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to standing. Okay, here in standing, let's bring the arms to cactus. So cactus arms. And then lifting the knee towards the elbow, just lifting a knee towards the elbow. Shifting the weight from one foot to the other. So one side of you is supporting the other. One yields into earth whilst the other is reaching up towards the universe. And then take a break. And then finding cactus arms again, this time crossing the midline. So my right elbow goes to my left, no, my right knee goes to my left elbow and left knee to right elbow, crossing the midline. Shifting the weight from one side to the other. And then releasing. And then back to cactus arms. And this time we're going to kick forward, lifting the knee and kicking forward. Okay, and release. Let's do a standing plank pose. A standing plank pose. So I'm going to keep my feet hip distance apart. Hip distance apart. I'm going to imagine that there is a wall that I'm going to push away. I'm going to push, or a furniture or something. I'm pushing something away. Pushing, pushing, pushing away. Pushing away. Finding standing plank pose. My fingers are spread and I'm pushing something away. And release. Let's try that again. Notice the connection to the earth. My feet are yielding into earth, yielding and pushing away. The crown of the head is going up towards the universe, and I'm pushing away a heavy furniture, pushing away, finding plank pose. My neck is long, and release. Try one more time, and we're gonna add a step, like a step. Okay, push away, push away. Your body is tall, push away, push away, push away. And then shift the weight, lifting a knee and stepping forward. Shift the weight, lift the knee and step forward. And then release. Okay, let's do 3 sun salutations. You can use the chair or you can do it without the chair. So 3 sun salutations. I'll use the chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. Okay, 2 more just the same way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And just stay there a moment. 1 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline and just stay there, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. And remind yourself of all the things that you like about yourself. And then release. Okay, we're going to come down to tabletop. So I'm placing my hands on the chair. I'm coming down on my knees. And then I'm going to be on my forearms. And then from here, let's do some cat-cow. So I'm exhaling, rounding my back. Inhaling to back bend. Exhale, round. Inhale into a back bend. So the body and the breath are moving like a team. Moving like a team. Aligning up. And then coming back to neutral, right foot, or straighten the right knee and open up that calf muscle. You can stay here, or you can lift that foot off the floor, maybe lift the opposite arm off the chair to work with some balance. And then placing the arm back, that knee comes forward. Start making big circles with that knee, opening up that hip joint again in a different way. And then placing the foot forward. let that knee travel in the direction of the toes, letting the toes be, you want like the ankle to be right under your knee, somewhere there. It doesn't really matter when we're this low, but like, why not? Letting that knee travel forward, opening up that left or back hip flexor. Lizard pose. And then staying here for a moment, pushing into the base of the big toe. Your shoulders are widening, neck is long, the back of your neck is long. And then coming back to tabletop. Let's try the other side. So my left foot goes back. I'm going to open up that calf muscle. And then lifting the foot off the floor, opposite arm goes out. Practicing some balancing in a different way. Hand comes back, that knee comes forward, making big circles with that knee. And then eventually finding lizard on the other side, placing the foot next to the chair, move it forward, let that knee travel forward to open up the back hip flexor. Shoulders are widening, the collarbones and manubrium are moving forward. The neck is long. How can you lengthen your spine in this position? Pushing into the base of the big toe. Hips are square. Maybe bringing your awareness to your breathing. Can you still expand your belly and your back when you're breathing here? And then eventually coming back to tabletop. Now, let's move from here to forearm plank. So I'm gonna straighten one knee and then the other. Building some strength. And then starting to walk the feet forward and the hips comes up. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna move my armpits towards my legs, like a dolphin position. And then eventually bending the knees, bend the knees, place the hands on the chair, coming up slowly. Maybe stay here for a moment and then releasing the chair and coming up to standing. Okay, let's do a Sun A version here. So I'm going to inhale my arms up, exhale up and over. Inhale halfway, exhale and step back to plank pose. Feel your strength here. Now bend both the knees and the elbows and start moving back and forth a few times. The head is leading and the tail is leading. Head leads, tail leads. And then eventually finding down dog. And then stay here in down dog for a few moments. Widening the shoulders. Using the arms, pushing away with the arms and letting the tail reach far back and up. Then eventually shift your weight to the left, right heel comes off the floor, and then take a step forward. Release the back knee down, right hand on the right knee. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can bring that left arm up. Hips are square. I'm pulling my right hip back and my left hip forward for stability. So in yoga, we're looking for flexibility and stability. You can stay here, or maybe bring that elbow, the left elbow down to the right knee for a twist. Adding Anjali Mudra. Another option is to straighten the back knee. How can you lengthen your spine in this posture? And then eventually coming back, hands on the chair, and then pushing back into down dog again. And then just stay there for a few moments. Shifting the weight to the right side, left heel comes off the floor, taking that step forward, releasing the knee down. Left hand on left knee. The left hip goes back, the right goes forward to create stability in the hips. Maybe bringing that arm up. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can add a twist. Checking in with the hips. Front hip goes back hip goes forward to create stability. How can you create stability in your hips? Maybe as straightening the back knee. And then find your way back. From wherever you are, find your way back step by step, eventually back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale and jump forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Stay there for a moment. Holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. All right, release. Okay, one more Sane. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to plank pose. From here, reach the shoulders forward, coming into slight back bend, like an up dog. Exhale into down dog. Shift the weight to your left foot, right heel comes off the floor, step it forward. And then finding warrior one, so releasing the back heel down, hips are facing forward, finding warrior one. Warrior one assumes position, checks everything out, Maybe bringing the arms up. And then bring your hands to your hips, straighten the front knee, start folding forward. So the right hip moves back and the collarbones are moving forward. Maybe using the hands on the chair. So one part of your body to keep the balance, one part of your body moves back and the other moves forward. To keep the balance, push into the back to the base of the big toe. And then rebend the front knee, step back to down dog. Shift the weight to the right foot, left heel comes off the floor, step it forward, finding warrior one. Hips are facing forward. Maybe bringing the arm up. What do you see? What does warrior one see? What is happening? Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, start folding by bringing the left hip back and the collarbones forward. Using the hands for support. The chair is an excellent part of your support system. Finding a place of discomfort, not pain. And then rebending the front knee, stepping back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Stay there for a moment. We're going to do one more standing sequence. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Shift the weight into your left. Right heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back. Open up the pelvic halves, finding warrior two. Maybe bringing the arms out. Maybe adding some movement. And then placing your hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, and then let that arm glide down the knee a little bit, or the leg a little bit for Trikonasana. Rebend the front knee. Now move forward. Hold on to that chair. Lift the back leg. Look at the toe. Ardha Chandrasana. And then stepping the feet together, bend the knees and come up to standing. Let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Shift the weight to the right leg, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves, finding warrior two. Maybe add some movement with the arms. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, let that arm or hand slide down or glide down your leg a little bit for Trikonasana. Rebending the front knee, moving forward, hold on to that chair for support. Lift the back leg, look at the big toe. Ardha Chandrasana. Strengthening the outer hip. And then stepping the feet together, bend the knees and come up to standing. Okay, let's try tree pose. You can use the chair. I'm going to just stand here just because you can see me better, but we have the chair for a reason. I could actually use this chair. Or no chair. Maybe you want to try tree pose without without a chair today. You can, if you want to, you can place the hands on your hips and then start by shifting the weight to one side. So I'm going to shift to my left and then bringing my right heel off the floor. You choose which side you want to work on first. This is a great place to start, especially if you're not holding on to a chair. Maybe this is your treat today. Maybe you want to lift that foot off the floor a little bit and see how that feels. And if you fall, the floor is right there to catch you. And then I just bring my feet together again and I start over. Maybe you are ready for the full, or you feel like doing the full posture today. Maybe it's like a really good 3-day for you today. You are welcome to be absolutely magnificent. What kind of tree would you like to be? Are you a big oak tree? Are you a birch tree? Are you a crazy tree? What kind of tree are you? Maybe you're not a tree at all. Maybe you are a dancer. You don't want to do tree pose. Maybe you think tree pose is super boring. And then finding your way back to balance or to neutral. And then trying the other side, shift the weight to the other side. The opposite heel comes off the floor. This is a great place to start. Checking in, how do I feel? Do I feel like I have a lot of courage today? Or do I want to play it small? Am I willing to fall? Maybe I'm willing to fall. I'm going to try something crazy. Or maybe I want to try something crazy, but I need the support of a chair. And if I fall, the floor is right there to catch me. It's right there to catch me. And then I just start over and play with whatever tree I would like to be today. Some days, maybe I want to follow all the rules and like be the perfect tree. But some days I couldn't care less. All right, let's come back to seated and this practice. So I'm going to stay close to the chair, bend my knees for chair pose and come down to a seated position. And just before we end, bring the feet wide, elbows on your knees for like a happy baby. The tailbone goes in one direction, the crown of the head goes in the opposite direction. And then release down. Inhale, come back up. And then bring your feet like hip distance apart, sit up tall. We're going to spend the 2 last minutes just breathing, or just like breathing. So sit up tall, find your seat again, the way we started, find your seat. Checking in with the earth, checking in with the universe, checking in with your individual power. If you'd like, you can put your hands on your knees. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable with that, and if you find that helpful. And then if you'd like, breathing from earth up through your individual power, your solar plexus, all the way up to the universe. And then exhale from the universe through solar plexus down to earth. Inhale from earth, solar plexus, universe. Exhale, universe, solar plexus, earth. And if you'd like, just stay with that practice for a couple of minutes and notice how you feel. And then starting to notice your hands and your feet. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen in the breathing. Open your eyes if they were closed. And then thank yourself for taking this time to do this practice. And thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.